Okay, now we've done 2 maneuvers. Remember, we'd like to see 3. You can do up to 8, but today we just did a couple for demonstration. We edited the second one, and now we can take a look at the results and go to Screen Report. And today we're going to use the CARE IOS. I think we'll probably have our own IOS report loaded onto the systems at your site. Click OK. And now here are all the values. These are the values that we're interested in, and we can expand this screen by clicking on the maximize icon there at the top. And we can take a look at the values. Remember, we're not interested in predicted values. For this protocol, we're just interested in the raw data. And we want to see if this was truly an acceptable maneuver. We have a couple of ways of doing that. We want to look at the values. Remember, the X5 value has to be negative. We have to have an AX value. It doesn't matter what that value is, but there has to be a value in this column. So the X value has to be negative. There has to be a value in the AX column. And this value, the CO at 10 Hertz, that's looking at the coefficient of variance at 10 Hertz in the breathing. So how consistent was that breathing? That value, for this to be an acceptable maneuver, has to be 0.8 or larger. So if we look at this, X at 5 Hertz is negative, that's good. We have a value at AX, that's appropriate. And our CO at 10 Hertz is 0.8 or above, it's 0.9. So according to the values, this is an acceptable maneuver. We already looked at the breathing pattern when we edited it. We knew that was a good breathing pattern, consistent, everything looked good, so this is an appropriate maneuver. Same with the second one. X at 5 Hertz is negative. We have an AX value, and the CO at 10 Hertz is above 0.8. So this is an acceptable maneuver as well. So we have 2 acceptable maneuvers. Remember, we would normally want 3. We want to know if these values are repeatable. To look at repeatability, I want you to look at the R at 10 Hertz and see if the 3 maneuvers that you're accepting are within 20% of each other. This one is 0.3 kilopascals per liter per second, so it's 0.3, and 0.29, well within 20%. If we had a third one in this range, then we would have met repeatability, acceptability, and our session would have been completed. So make sure that when you do these, when you're looking at repeatability, it's not like spirometry where you looked at the largest and the second largest had to be within a certain range. With iOS, we just want 3 maneuvers that are acceptable, that have an R10 value that's within 20% of each other. So if you do 5 or 6, you can pick and choose which ones you want to use to see if you can get 3 that are within 20%. Once you have selected the 3 maneuvers that you want to report out, you have 3 acceptable and repeatable. If you have made an edit to one of the maneuvers, I want you to make a note. That's the text editor at F2. If you click that on, that will open up this menu box. 2 things I want you to put in this menu box. First is your ID number, whatever your ID number is. And then if you edited a procedure, I want you to tell me which maneuver that you edited and from what second to what second. So that one that we edited was 10 seconds to 26 seconds. The reason for this, I always want to have your ID number in the comment section. And then if you edited one, I would need to know which one you edited and what section you chose, so when I overread it, I can reproduce that value. There seems to be a glitch in the Jaeger software for this, that once you edit it, step out, and then you go back in, the edit is no longer there. So we need to know what section that you edited. Once that's complete, you can get your printout and your session's over, and then the last thing we have to do is just a quick review of the things that you need to remember.